We are live. We are live, go. All right. What's going to be the topic today? I haven't really thought about it today. Um, been busy. Um, Tried to do that collaboration with Sarah this morning, but I think we worked out the bugs, so we're going to try and get that done maybe tomorrow. Um, so we haven't really broken that down yet, so we're going to try. I think we've got it though. The way it's going to be though is that I think she's going to go live, invite me, then I'm going to go on with her, and I'll share the live broadcast on our channel. So. Yep, Cindy Brown and Spivey are here. Good, we got them right. Those two are here automatically. Let me see. Let me check the light here. Light's not. The fan's on. So, anyway, the dry fast. Not quite a dry fast. It's a water fast, but it is a fast. It's tough. It's not for the weak. I tell you that. I was talking to somebody else that was doing a 3-day fast today on Instagram, and she did really well. So no energy loss, felt fine. That will actually kick in the autophagy, because autophagy usually kicks in within the first 48 hours, so that's good. And it's beneficial. So I want to ask before we get started, if once you get here, please go ahead and hit the thumbs up, and we'll talk about anything you guys are interested in. I got tons of you guys already starting to show up, so let's see what's going on. Today, I was really busy doing a lot of different, like spring cleaning and stuff in the middle of summer, but we're doing good spring cleaning. So let's see, what do we got going? All right, no questions yet. So I took a lot of breaks because it does wear on you a little bit. I don't have as much energy as I would rather have. So it is what it is. Did a 3-day dry fast. What is a dry fast? Lost 10 pounds of fat, not water weight. Hasn't come back in 2 months. What is a dry fast? Like no water? I never heard of that. Your body isn't supposed to be able to do well after 3 days without water anyway. No water? Oh, I never heard of that. Is that healthy? What's the benefit of doing it without water? Water doesn't add any weight. Yeah. The Dalai Lama? I'm not sure if the Dalai Lama started the fast or not. But I know fasting has been around for thousands of years, so it's not as if I don't know that I don't think the current Dalai Lama did. The autophagy. I can get into autophagy without dehydrating myself, though, because once my body is depleted of food, my body goes into autophagy. It breaks down fat to make water. I'm gonna have to look into this a little bit more. I never heard of it. I don't know. Anyway, yeah, I will. I'll look it up. I don't think it's something I would do. I like water too much. God started an intro fasting. How did people not know that? Of course. We were hunters and gatherers, so mankind naturally fasted for days and days. We weren't always successful, just like when you see lions and tigers. they're not always successful when they go out on a hunt. So yeah, they're gonna have to fast until the next day or whatever, or when they can get their next meal. So yeah, it would hurt my kidneys too. Um, and the thing is when you here's what I worry about on that dry fast, is when you dehydrate yourself to a point where the kidneys now have to get help from the liver to recirculate what's called dirty water. So the water that you do have inside you has to recirculate through the body to collect bacteria and stuff like that. That's why when you're dehydrated, your pee comes out a darker yellow, and sometimes if you're really dehydrated, it could come out thicker and with a foul smell. So, because what happens is the liver will actually start to help dilute more water through the body, and if the liver is then helping the kidneys instead of doing what it does best, which is breaks down body fat and uses it for energy, I just don't see. You still pee and everything. Okay. This is something I never heard of, so. Like I said, I learn something new every day, but. Huh. Lucin, I have it, so I do utilize it. Um, it is an amino acid. In some people it will spike an insulin, kind of a shot. It depends. It's just like certain people can handle some of these sugars that some people can't. So L-leucine is fine if your body can handle it. That's it. So it's definitely going to be beneficial for you. I'd have to look on my bottle of it. I don't have it right off, David, but after I'm done with the live, I'll go ahead and get the bottle and I'll do a thing for you on it. All right, I'll take care of that for you, bud. All right, so it was a you're welcome. Let's see. Let me do the usual here, because I'm sure Spivey's already waiting for these. If you're new to this is the Keto Mojo test strips. Okay, this one is the salt, and this one is the ketones. And I've been doing relatively really well with this. Now I know I could feel my sugar is down more than normal, but that being said, watch what happens. I'll probably be in the 70s again or something weird. So I'm going to do my sugar first. Oh no, I'll do it second. I'll do my ketones first. All right. Ketones first. Set it up. So I've been trying to keep up with the science part of this, so that not just 4.5 on the ketones. 4.5. All right. It's not bad. I was hoping higher. All right. Loading the sugar strip in. We'll test that as soon as it's ready. It's ready. Dip in the blood. Let's see what it comes out as. 66. All right. I have to get it really close to the camera before so that it focuses on it. All right, so that's it. The ketones are 4.5, the blood sugar is 66, so it's all good. I haven't had a real low blood sugar, really, have I, bud? Can you test your glucose and ketones after leucine dosage in the future? Absolutely, I will. I'll do that tomorrow, David. Well, no, let me break this fast, and let me do that. Let me break the fast, and then I'll do it that day. All right, David, just remind me on that if you would. Appreciate that. I don't have the greatest memory, but if you get on me, bud, I will definitely do that. So what I'll do is I'll take the leucine, like right before I come online, and usually the effect should take them within a half an hour, and we'll see how that is. All right. I am working on a bunch of collaborations, okay? I have some really, really big time people that we're going to do collaborations with, okay? In August, I'm going to collaborate with Jimmy Moore. That's one of my big ones. I have some other ones that confirmed today, so I just have to get the days and times. One of them that, of course, we're going to try Sarah again from Pearls of Wisdom. She got really upset this morning. I feel bad, but I also am going to get. I'm going to save it all for when I talk to you guys again, because they're. Let's see. What are the two numbers below the BS blood sugar? My one was actually kind of low, and it's my. A nurse was telling me what they were. HCT. What is that? It's like, it should be over 40, but it's like, I don't know. It's most, like, sometimes here, let me just look at it. It's all screwed up right now. I don't know what it's doing. Checking it. All right, turned it off. Let me turn it back on. There was a nurse that was asking me, she's like, oh, is your thing, number always below 40? And I was like, huh. Like this one right now is at 28. So I know that's lower than what it should be. Jen, what? Can you look up HCT on your Google for a blood test?
Hold on 1 second.
All right. This one was my last one, or this morning was 35. Yesterday was 41, so that was fine. Yesterday, when my sugar was 67, this was at 41.
What is it?
HCT on a blood test. I forget what the nurse, there was a nurse that mentioned it to me, and I forget what she said about it. Yeah, here was it was at 41 here.
Hematocrit?
Yeah, hematocrit, but what is it?
The hematocrit blood test determines the percentage of red blood cells in the blood.
It determines the red blood cells in the blood. That's what it is. And you usually want that to be over 40%. Now, red blood cells tend to fight off infection, right? Is it the red blood cells or the white blood cells? I think it's the red.
The normal range for men is 38.8 to 50%. For women, it's 34.9 to 44.5%, according to the Mayo Clinic.
Okay. Awesome. So someone did say mine should be at 40, which is fine. And today it was at 28, which I don't care. Sometimes it's low, sometimes it's not. It's been at 41 yesterday, so it wasn't like here, Kelly says the hematocrit blood test determines the percentage of red blood cells in the blood. The condition called anemia, right, results from having too few, right, a low blood cell. Can I start fast after a workout, or is it necessary to eat something? I usually finish my last meal at 2 p.m., workout at 5. The benefit you're going to get, David, from working out fasted is that your body will go into a deeper state of ketosis, and you will utilize more ketones, and that essentially breaks down more fat. So the benefit of that is to break down more fat, if that is your goal. Now, if your goal is just to get a great workout, then eat before, okay? Because when you eat before, you will get a better workout, but you won't be breaking down as much fat, okay? because the body will have access to some food, and it can utilize that to break down and make it into sugar. So the body, when working out and wants a quick energy source, it will break down, and the whole gluconeogenesis process will break down and create some sugar. And then you'll probably, at best, use half sugar and half fat during your workout. And now, if you are out of breath during your workout, then the body's only using sugar. It will not break down fat. It's too hard for the body to be out of breath without oxygen and breaking down fat for an energy source. Okay? Hope that helps. Oh, Kelly says white blood cells fight off infection. And what do the red ones do? I forget. God, I'm forgetful today. I knew some of this stuff too, and I just don't know. So it's a sign of anemia. But mine is so sporadic because sometimes I'm in the 40s, sometimes I'm in the 30s. No big deal. I'm not worried about it. It's not something I lose sleep over. Red transport oxygen. Yeah, I've been kind of chill today. I've been low key. I've been doing the cleaning out the big wall, the hall closet, and you couldn't imagine everything that was in that thing. We have cluttered that thing up something fierce. So I have everything scattered throughout and broken down, and we found Christmas presents in that we should have mailed out, that we're going to be taking to North Carolina to give to my wife's sisters and mother-in-law and father and my two brother-in-laws. So we just we finally found the gifts, because we usually have Christmas in July there anyway, so it's best that way. Spivey and Cindy Brown separated at birth. That makes sense. No, David. That one I'm not sure about. You're asking some good questions today. I just don't have those answers for you, bud. Let me see. Let me look it up. Well, again, that's another one I will look up. I'm going to go over all the questions you asked today, David. Those are good questions, so I will look them up and get back to you on it. Yeah, they carry the oxygen. Yeah, that's what I figured. And I'm fine. It's not like I have low energy. I'm not just passing out. I'm not dizzy. No signs of dizziness. That would be a sign of anemia if you get dizzy and stuff. I'm not dizzy. Oops, computer. Now my dog has low oxygen. He's huffing and puffing.
White blood cells fight infection.
Right. Yeah. The red ones just carry oxygen.
Remove carbon dioxide from your body.
Yes, dear. See, now you guys have got my wife all worried. How does keto work for a 120-pound lady? My wife is beginning the keto journey as well, and she is concerned about weight loss. Any insights? The ketogenic diet is mostly for the elimination of inflammation in the body. Body fat is basically one of the benefits of the ketogenic diet. But what the ketogenic diet mainly does is it helps to clean up the inflammation which is causing inflammatory diseases. Okay, it's not as if she's going to use all of her body fat. She'll just get to a healthy range, and the body will stay healthy. It's not like you're always going to constantly use fat for the energy, because when you get to a range where you feel healthy, all you do is eat more fat, and then the body relies on that fat that you're eating. What I tell people is start out with a lot of extra fat, teach the body to utilize that fat, and then gradually trim it down a little bit just to allow the body to utilize some of your fat. Now, you're not ever going to be able to eat enough fat really on like when you're trying to lose weight, because your body it'll break down its own fat. So it always does that. So people that think, oh, I just can't eat too high a fat, that's not true. Right, what Spivey said right here, eat a higher fat percentage. Muscle building supplement. Is that what that phosphatic is? I'm gonna have to look that up. Let's see. I'm not a big guy on these supplements. I'm not. It's supplements are fine if you're not eating a very good diet, and you're not eating the proper foods. But if you're on the ketogenic diet, you're eating a lot of red meats. Battle goes good, Derek. Thank you, brother. I'll tell you in a second. You're eating a lot of red meats. So a lot of red meats will help build that muscle that if you're training. The ketones will give you the energy. Let's see. Some carbohydrates, you might have to up your carbs just a little bit. You'd probably do better if your carbohydrates were probably around 50. But you also want to check and see if that puts you out of ketosis. Some people that are lifting weights, they can handle that 50 carb limit. Some people can't. So you're going to have to test yourself on that, David. So Gonzalez on 20-day fast. I hear her talking to somebody. She's silly. Phosphatic acid. I have it looked up right here, bud.
Critical alert from Apple.com.
Blah, blah, blah.
Your computer has alerted us that it is infected with...
Yeah, whatever. Pop-ups suck. Let me just fix this. My wife's friend's husband got a pop-up saying that his computer was infected, and he gave him all his passwords and everything. I don't know. You're having trouble keeping muscle? Potassium, magnesium. Keep those supplements going, David. Potassium and magnesium will keep you from cannibalizing on muscle. Let me just click on that. Let me see, where's it at? Why didn't it come up? All right, backbone in general, compounded saturated fat, Trying to look this up for you on the fly, bud. Physical properties, a signal of the lipid. Including systolic, okay. Systolic proteins, appropriate membrane. Yeah, this is going to be a little more in depth. I'm going to have to go into this. I don't even remember seeing this in school. I don't ever remember looking this one up. That's a really good question, David. Yeah, once, like a lot of people thought that once you do this fast, okay, that if you're fasting, that your body will utilize muscle. And that's kind of a scare tactic, I think, that the mainstream wanted you to believe. So there's studies out there that show in the very beginning of a fast, the body will utilize some muscle for energy, but it immediately goes away from that, all right? immediately immediately gets rid of it. Okay, gets rid of that whole crazy notion of it. And what happens is the longer you do the fast, the lower and more gradual lack of muscle is even utilized. So don't fear the fact of being in ketosis or being in a fasted state that your body is utilizing muscle, because um, they've described it as this: if your body decided to store, or not your body, but you decided to store firewood, okay, for the winter, and then it got cold. Are you going to chop up the couch to throw into the furnace? No. You're going to use your stored firewood. And that's the same thing when the body has stored body fat to utilize for energy. When you go into a fasted state or ketosis, which is a state, it's kind of a state emergency for the body, because the body isn't reliant on carbohydrates anymore. So now the body has to start utilizing that stored fat, and that's exactly what it's going to do, and that's what it does. So when people think, oh, I'm going to use muscle, and you're going to lose muscle, no, your body isn't going to do that to you. Your body stored that fat so that when you need it, it uses it, and that's exactly what it does. That's why people have such great transformations on the ketogenic diet, because it works. It does. You're teaching the body to do what you wanted it to do and what it's supposed to do. Okay, it's so funny, because so many people think that if you do a fast that you're not, you're hurting yourself, and you're just not. It's just not the way it works. It's not easy to do a fast. You imagine not eating anything. Like, I haven't eaten anything. Like, how many hours are we at? Here we go. Ready? I am at, what time is it? What time is it? Who's got the time? Echo, what time is it?
The time is 7:27 p.m.
7:27. Okay. So I am fasted now for 361 hours and 27 minutes. So I haven't eaten a bite of food in 361 plus hours. 361 hours. Now, I used to think that you shouldn't go without food for 3 or 4 hours. Why would I think that? I don't know. Because the government wanted us to believe that we need food every 3 or 4 hours. And what does that do to you? That just keeps spiking your insulin, spiking your insulin, spiking your insulin all day long. It never lets the insulin get down here and stop, and then the body to utilize fat for energy. We never allow our body the time to utilize our fat, because we are constantly eating. That's why this intermittent fasting, when we don't eat for a long period of time, we eat for this window right here, but then the rest of that time we're not eating. And during that rest of that time, our body is utilizing fat. Now, of course, right after we stop eating, it's going to utilize some of that food that we ate. And once it's done utilizing that food, now for the rest of the energy, up until you start to eat again, it's going to utilize your body fat. It's what it does. That's why intermittent fasting is so beneficial. Now, for me, I've been fat adapted. So as I do this fat adaptation, I knew that my body would start to utilize my fat. I looked at all the studies. I looked at all the medical parts of everything I could find. I thought, is it possible that my body will break down muscle? A little bit. Your body, you can't tell your body what not to break down. You could try and coax it into what you want it to do, but the body will break down just a bit of the muscle, but mostly it's going to be breaking down fat. That's why I'm getting so many more comments over the last 2 weeks, like, Gonzo, your neck's thinning out, your face is thinning out. Like, literally my body fat is just melting off me. My waist is smaller. Smaller. You guys, I have lost, as of this morning, 22.4 pounds on this diet. I know my autophagy is doing great, and pop up. And I know that my body fat is coming off. I know my body's utilizing fat. I'm fine with it. I want it to. It's one of the other benefits I was hoping it would do. Now, I was only expecting, according to medical terms and science and stuff like that, I should probably only expect about half a pound of body fat. Now, since I was a bigger guy, maybe that and I have excess body fat, maybe my body utilizes more body fat than somebody who has less body fat to spare. So I know that body fat is coming off of me. It's body fat. I'm not worried about water. I'm drinking plenty of water. Melanie Hind, great to have you. She is new to the channel, everybody. I love it when people are new to the channel. Thank you for coming, and we are doing my daily update that Mr. Spivey has ordered me to do, because when I started this thing 2 weeks ago, I said that I didn't think I was going to do updates, and Spivey just kind of, no. He was like, a minimum, yes, sir, Spivey. But Spivey was like, no, I think you should be doing updates. So I was like, all right, sir. Spivey is like he's my producer. He tells me when I should pop out videos. He tells me what my videos should be about. This guy is on it. Every time I go and see a live, somebody, doesn't matter who it is, who pops up, Mr. Spivey, and then Cindy Brown, and like they are so into this keto, and they are so well informed. It's just amazing. I love it. Yes, Melanie, thank you for showing up. That's awesome. I really like having you here. Melanie, do you want to tell us, are you new to keto, or are you just new to the site? Because we also have a keto Facebook channel, or a page, and it's called Keto Diet Going Gonzo True Keto. It's a good one. When you get a chance, look up. Jeez, boy, oh boy, David, you are on it today. I'm gonna look up those two things for you, buddy, and I'm gonna message you back. So, or no, I can't, because I don't have you. Are you on my Facebook group, David? Yeah, Cindy knows her stuff. Cindy does know her stuff. I'm having brain farts today, I guess. I used to know my stuff inside and out. I'm laxing today. Okay, good. Is it under David Reyes on our channel or on our page? So that way I can just look you up real quick. I think I've talked to you before. David Reyes, you sound familiar. Melanie has a channel and posts some keto stuff as well as singing videos and vlogs. Really? Well, that's awesome. I'm gonna have to check that out. Cindy, Spivey, you guys are like the grapevine of all these people. You guys are connected to everybody. It's amazing. Oh, this flag was in the closet. For those of you that are American or appreciate the flag, this flag is hand stitched. It's very old. It's a 48-star flag. It's back before we had Hawaii and Alaska. So it's one of those old ones. So it's let me show it to you. It's a very old flag. It's a hand-stitched flag. You can see the stitching. Yes, he was quiet, but see, it's hand-stitched. It's a very old. I've had it for a long time, so it's a beautiful flag. You know, the condition of it is amazing, and it's how old? It's back before Alaska and Hawaii became states of America. So, and being a Marine, you know what I mean. Yep. So anyway, that's my patriotic moment. And it is what it is. This country's got to get better again. We are a mess right now. All right. I saw Croatia beat England in the World Cup. So Croatia, I guess, plays one of the two. I love you. Who is it? I can't remember who it is. Any news about your leg? Oh yeah. The parts are ordered, and my prosthesis told my work that it's probably going to take 6 to 8 weeks. 6 to 8 weeks. Thank you, Melanie. I appreciate that. Oh, she's an Army veteran. Actually, Melanie, I was in the Army first. I did 2 years in the U.S. Army, and then I did an inter-service transfer and transferred to the Marine Corps Infantry. And I went into the Marine Corps Infantry for another 6 years. And then I had to get out. 12 to 14 months to get fully adapted. Really? 12 to 14 weeks. Wow. Yeah. Spivey and Cindy, you guys are like my backbone here. I got a new shirt today that will actually crown the new prosthetic. So it just says, it's a gray shirt, it says U.S. veteran. That's all it says. So, and I have another shirt that's coming, and that shirt is going to be for my new running leg. So there's going to be a leg that, if you guys know about that cheetah, the cheetah leg. Have you ever seen that? Remember Oscar Pistorius, the South African Olympic guy that had the leg with the blade? Remember the blade? So that's what I'll have for my other leg. Except, well, nothing except. That's what it's going to be. Mine's going to have a Nike sole on the bottom. It's a rubber sole, and that will actually allow me to walk around in it and be more comfortable. So I have 2 legs being built, and that should be interesting. It's not a quick process. They have to do a camera scope of the whole leg, and they get a computer image of the entire residual limb, and with that they then ship that off to a manufacturer, and the manufacturer will make a prosthetic, and it's a test socket. So then every time that test socket is made, it'll come back, I'll put it on, I'll walk around, I'll tell them where it hurts here, here, and here, and then they'll take that test socket and, what's up, get fit trucker, and they'll take that prosthetic and they'll try to make another one, and then they'll make another one, and then they'll work that out. And then, unfortunately, once they make one and it doesn't work, it's back to the drawing board, sort of, or back to the last one that actually started to work a little bit, and then they'll try to figure all that other size out, stuff like that. I will pray for your prosthetics will bring comfort and mobility. Thank you, Melanie. It's a very nice thing to say to somebody that you just met. I love people like that. Do you have to go through a lot of getting? Yes. Yeah. I have, like, literally up in my closet upstairs, I have 5 legs up there. 5, at least 5, I think. And none of them can work ever again, because like my first one was probably this big around, and now my residual limb is only like that. Bison is very, very lean. I love bison, but I get a fattier cut of bison in hamburger, because if you get a steak, it's not as fat. It's usually not as fatty as hamburger is. So when they do hamburger, they usually mix in a lot of the red meat with the fat. So that's why I go with the hamburger on the bison, and it's one of my favorites. I love bison. I love grass-fed meat like that. Bison versus grass-fed, it's really close. It really is. I've gotten bison that you can have. It depends on the percentage that you get it at. You can get it in, 95 and 5, or 90 and 80. What I try to look for is anything 80 or under, as far as the percentage of fat. That's how you want to get more fat into it. Now, granted, you could take a lean chicken breast and make it into keto. All you have to do is you're going to have to add animal fat to it, like bacon or like butter or like tallow. You can do whatever you want. You can add animal fat to your foods. So it's just a matter of, getting it right like that. Thank you for tweeting the channel. I appreciate that, Melanie. Melanie, can you give us your channel information? Cindy Brown says she knows of your channel. I would like to know of it too, please. I'm going to work out. God bless you. And I will add you to my keto playlist. Thank you so much. That is awesome. What a great person. Just like that. Bison is very, very lean. It is a lean meat. A lot of grass-fed will become a little more leaner because they're grass-fed. They're not given all that extra fat. And you're going to run into that even with the bison. I mean, even with the regular hamburger. But, like I said, you can make that. Just my name, Melanie Hine. All right, Melanie, I will definitely look you up. Definitely. Sorry about the leg, buddy. I hope it gets... Thanks, Trucker. I appreciate that. It's going to get better. You know. And I'm never down about it. It is what it is. I'm positive. I'm keto, for God's sakes. Right? I'm a keto guy. All right. So, any questions? Any more questions and concerns? David, you came up with the questions of the day right there. You stumped me. And I don't usually like to get stumped too often. I don't. No. I don't like getting stumped. But I am kind of out of my element right now. I'm not thinking clear. I'm just kind of blah. So I found sucralose in my toothpaste. Will this break a fast? No. It's not enough. Not enough in there for that. Especially, you're not swallowing this stuff. Like, there is some sort of a sugar release action, because once you put a food in your mouth, that's the very beginning of your digestion. Okay, it does. It can spike a little bit, but there's so little of that in your toothpaste that it's not going to really hurt you at all. Yeah. So yeah, so don't eat it. I have this MCT toothpaste. Have you guys ever heard of it? Has anybody heard of MCT toothpaste? I have it. You guys want to see it? If you do, I'll go grab it real quick before we go. Anybody? Sure? Yes? No? Okay. We don't have to look at it. I just thought it was neat. It was interesting. Cindy said sure. I'm sure Spivey would too. All right, let me go check. Be right back. All right. Who would have thought we would be talking about toothpaste and stuff today? One of the things I get, this is powdered toothpaste. It's called the Dirt. Has anybody tried that? It's what you do is you just wet your toothbrush, you dip it on there, you shake it off, and you brush your teeth with the Dirt. That's it. There's the label, just so you guys can see it. Hopefully it'll clear up here in a second. I do not think it's going to get clearer. No, it's not going to get clear. That is the Dirt. All right, and then this went with the Dirt, and this is called oil pooling mouthwash. So you swish this stuff around. Does it? No, it tastes like it's got cinnamon to it. It actually tastes like cinnamon. It's like probably cinnamon, baking soda, stuff like that. I'm not gonna be able to see that without my glasses. And then there's the oil pooling that goes with it. All right. Now, this is also another form of oil pooling that I do. Pooling oil. And then this is the toothpaste I was talking about. You don't have to get it in cinnamon. I think they have it in others. But here it is. MCT oil toothpaste. And guess what, Spivey? It's cinnamon, because I like cinnamon. So I guess you can probably get it in other flavors. It says sweet cinnamon. All right. So this is MCT oil. It's also through Dirt. Okay. The product company is Dirt. Dirt MCT oil toothpaste. Now, who would have thought that? Imagine that. MCT oil toothpaste. There you go. All right, we should end it on that note. My dentist said to mix baking soda and coconut oil and use that. Well, that's kind of what this is. This is probably all those mixes into that. Is it an American thing? Cinnamon is? Must be. I bet it's probably made in Wales. I bet it's made in Wales. Yep, it says right here, made in Wales. I just read it. And it's that real small print, Spivey. Made in Wales. Yeah, so it's a Wales thing. They ship it over here to America and then they criticize us for using their product. Spivey, it was great to talk with you tonight. Cindy Brown, Get Fit Trucker, David, Melanie, Vicky, everybody, Cindy, and everybody. You guys are awesome. Honestly, I think I have some of the best and the brightest on my YouTube channel, and some of the best and brightest in my group. You guys just make it all that. That would make, what did he say? That would make my night if it was made in Wales. It would, right? Derek, thank you very much. I am going to keep it up, brother. Boy, nobody likes cinnamon. I love cinnamon, and cinnamon's healthy for you, just by the way. Just so you know, it's very healthy for you. All right, guys, I'm going to go back to working on my closet. It's staring at me right now. I didn't finish. My wife said, this might be a 2-day thing. Thank you, Cindy. Tell Spivey that. All right. I want to thank everybody again, and I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. All right. Bye.